What?
Are you moving the microphone?
I just moved the table for a sec. Or the screen.
Okay, can you turn it up a bit?
Turn up the music.
Yeah.
How's that?
It's delayed. Can you just say hello?
Hello? Hello? Check.
Okay, yeah, whatever. I think that's fine. Can you mute the microphone now?
Yeah. Okay. Hello, hello. We are live.
I don't get to be in the camera.
You don't? No, yeah, you do.
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, we definitely need to get like a second camera so that we can.
Show both our faces.
Yeah, well, it'd be awesome, right? Like one camera there and then one camera here, and we just have them both on there. That'd be dope.
Hello, everybody. Hope you are having a great weekend. I can't believe it's Sunday already. I was telling Anthony that I wish we had 3-day weekends because honestly, it just goes by way too fast. So the pressure is on. It is January 30th and we're supposed to launch this product any day now. How many days are in January? 31. Okay, we have one more day, and we've definitely ran into a few barriers this week that we can talk about. But we're really excited to be here. Really excited to finish up a few things. What's wrong?
Where's my hat?
Oh, it's on the bed. Anthony's looking for his matching toque. We have matching toques. It's a little chilly where we are. Anthony doesn't like to turn on the heat, so
I don't like to turn on the heat.
Cold in our apartment.
She's the one that doesn't turn on the heat.
So everything's looking good so far. So maybe we could quickly do a recap of what we've done this week and do a few demos, which we're really excited to show, and then we'll talk about goals for what we want to accomplish on our stream today. So, okay, this week a huge focus has been on design and the front end, because I don't know if you've been tuning into our previous streams, the app has been looking like shit. Just very basic. We're just our first initial goal was just getting the functionality. So in the back end, we've set up all the endpoints. We've set up the cron job. Interesting enough, that was like the first thing that we did, is just making sure the cron job, everything is working there. Then we started with the front end, getting a few UI. I mean, the UI is pretty basic. All they really need to do is create reminders. And we took out the profile screen. Anthony likes things really simple, just the settings where they can subscribe and and just enter in their email, enter in their name. So Anthony will do a quick demo of that. But yeah, our biggest challenge for the week, right before we launch, is learning that the tedious process of registering your app on the App Store in order for it to even be like published and available to all users. So we learned that, I mean, it's like, I was spending so much time setting up Stripe integration. I was so excited with Stripe, with their beautiful documentation. I mean, usually their documentation is amazing, but like with React Native, there's like not that much, like it's not as good of information. So I was like spending a bit more time getting to know how to set up Stripe for our React Native app. I'm like, okay, finally I got this, like super straightforward. Stripe has all the right endpoints set up, all the right APIs, and I'm like 80% there. And then Anthony's like, oh wait, I think for Apple you have to do it like in-app purchases rather than using Stripe. I was like, what? Yeah, so if you didn't know this, like if you have like physical product, it's okay to use Stripe for mobile apps, but if you have anything like subscription, a virtual service on the app, you have to use like Apple's like in-app purchase, because they want to take 30% of your subscription fees. So I don't want to complain too much. Do you have any thoughts, Anthony? He's working on that.
The other thing I'll say is welcome Greenwood to the stream. Yeah, no, I think it's funny that we kind of like left all the Apple stores and the App Store stuff till this weekend, and it was just like, oh, all of a sudden there was all these things where we had to create a business account with the Canadian government, and we had to like register and do all this certificate stuff so we could sign the build and put it in the App Store. It was just stuff that I'd never done before, and I thought, I don't know, I was like, oh, this is gonna be easy. And I mean, it's not that it was that hard, it's just like there's a bunch of steps and there's a bunch of like crappy documentation, or it's just like a lot of legalese type documentation. But ultimately it seems okay. I think we'll be okay.
Well, hopefully we didn't sign up for anything that's gonna bite us with, like, we had to sign up on the CRA, like business ID. Well, Chris, I don't know if you have your own like business ID or
he does.
Oh yeah. So like, is there any liabilities for us signing up for a business? Also, what's the other ID we got? Some tax.
Oh, it's just just so we
for
can
GST.
Pay GST, yeah.
Pay GST.
Yeah, the biggest thing, I guess, is that we had to pay like $130 Canadian for a developer account, and it's like, we're kind of just doing this for fun. We're definitely not gonna recoup the cost of the developer account, and probably none of the costs of anything that we do in 12 products this year. But that's okay.
That's okay. We're investing.
It's just like a hobby, right?
ourselves.
Some people like buy Pokemon cards. We just pay for SaaS products, I guess.
That we develop. We'll
we
do the work.
pay for people to use our apps. Yeah, that's great. This is actually funny. I just want to point out this bug. So on our website, this is our 12 products website, which is like pretty basic and bare bones. What's going to happen is like the landing pages for all of our products will be hosted here, but there, if you see here, it says next stream in 7 minutes. But actually what it should say right now is that the stream started 7 minutes ago. There's an issue I will point out. We have, this is a good point to talk about how everything is open source. So if you go github.com, 12 products. Oh, I'm typing like over Alice's lap right now, so it's a little bit weird. 12 products. I don't know what the repo's called, maybe website, but we'll just click here. So all of the projects, it's website. Everything's open source that we're working on. So and we have some tickets on stuff, like you can see, 4 issues on the Poke front end, 2 on the back end, and I love this feature of GitHub. It says 1 issue needs help.
Yeah, I like
cool.
that. Yeah.
But on the website, we have this open ticket where there's an incorrect countdown. So on Sundays, if the stream has started, it shouldn't say next stream in 8 minutes.
I thought somebody has already volunteered.
Yeah, somebody
to
like
solve.
so sort of claim this ticket, and then I gave them a bit of information
It's so
4 days ago, but they didn't.
It's so funny. I've noticed that a lot with open source is that everyone like comments and like claims the ticket,
And
but then they
don't do
just
it.
disappear.
Yeah,
And then they like sound so enthusiastic in the beginning, and then somebody else comes in but like sounds again super enthusiastic. Oh, like I want to solve this. Is it okay that I take it because it looks like it hasn't been solved in like a few months, and then they're gone again, and then somebody else comes in, and it's just like so funny. And then I feel bad for the maintainers because they have to like repeat the same thing over and over again, and like they're probably just super jaded, like, oh, just like another person.
Yeah, I think like being an open source maintainer is tough. Like for me personally, I don't if I'm gonna work on something, I don't like claim the ticket. Instead, I'll like look for tickets that are unclaimed and then sort of do a little bit of research into the work.
Yeah.
And ideally, like when I announce like, oh hey, I'm doing this thing, like either I will claim it if I know if I'm confident I can do it and I've started to do the work, but I don't have a PR ready, because then I'll claim it just so nobody, like I'm already doing stuff, right? And I don't want someone to take the work. But ultimately I try to like actually just create PRs first instead.
Oh yeah.
Just because it's like, I don't want to be that person that like abandons a thing. And then there's the other, I have like a few, I mean open source is hard. I have a few pull requests that are open on like some Shopify open source repos. And like these people like didn't respond to me after like 2 years of it being open. And then
2
finally,
years?
yeah. And then finally they were like, oh, like is this really necessary? And it's like, you know, not my change, but they were like, they thought like they liked what I did, but there was like parts where they weren't sure about, and it was like, you know, I did this work like 2 years ago, and then I felt kind of jaded because I'm like, I don't really feel like getting back into the headspace, figuring out how to work on the repo, adjusting their changes and stuff for something that I did 2 years ago. Like I don't fucking even remember the motivation of that.
Another 2 years to respond back to that, like
exactly.
yeah.
I was like, nah, like you guys can do it yourself, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of smaller projects, the maintainers are definitely more active and better. It's funny, I invited my parents to this stream and my brothers because they obviously don't understand what I do and why I like switch my careers. So hopefully they tune in and kind of see us code, but probably it'll confuse them a bit more. But I kind of like the stream because I just invite friends and stuff just that I haven't caught up with in a while, because it's just like an easy way to engage without actually like taking the time to engage. Mostly talking to my mom. I just want her to like watch this so she doesn't call me every single day. Okay, cool.
Okay, let's demo the app.
Okay, let's demo the app. Well, maybe Anthony, you should do it since you're the one who designed it.
Okay, sure. So one thing is that like there's this bold Gen Z style designs going around lately, and so that's kind of what I was going for here. I wanted something to be pretty loud.
Although that was totally by mistake that he looped over the digits.
This is by mistake. Everything else is not a mistake.
Oh yeah.
The intention of my design is not a mistake. I just randomly like duplicated these words, and I kind of liked how it looked. So, but I want to show one thing. If we rebuild the app, so every time you come, there's like I think maybe like 5 to 6 colors or something for poke, and so every time you load the app, you'll get sort of like one of the different colors. So it's like, I don't know if edgy is the right term here, but here's my phone number, so if you want to call me.
Spam Anthony.
So lots of emojis in the design, and lots of like large, bold, annoying text and stuff like this. So this is like, the auth is all done by Twilio, so no accounts required. Basically, the idea is, since like you're doing text anyways, right? Since the whole thing is like built around text, it's like you obviously need your phone, so just like use your phone to log in. So that's what it looks like when you log in. That's the flow. Oops, I clicked off of it, I guess. And then when you first, actually, like the main app is literally just one screen, which is kind of cool. There will be, I'm putting up a settings gear here, so in the top right corner you'll like go to your settings, and then if you scroll down, oh, it's kind of weird that these are all green.
Yeah,
but
that was not very random.
Well, it is random, but
yeah.
Anyway, whatever, it's fine, we can work on that. But basically you see the screen, and this whole screen is a button, so you just click the button, and then again, like I said, very loud and obnoxious. Maybe not the best accessibility because like the button to create a reminder is like a giant green checkmark emoji, but I just thought it was kind of fun. So this is sort of what it looks like to create a reminder.
Wait, we can kind of create one together because I like the validations that you built in. So okay, let's say you want a reminder at 10:10 a.m. or maybe 11:11 since that's oh no, I can't do 11:11. Okay, it's by 5-minute increments. So we'll do 10:10, and you want a reminder Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Oh, I always scroll, but here you have to like click and drag. So then I try to register that, but yeah, there's validation. You need to type in get to the gym. Click and drag. Wait, okay, there we go. And then click and drag. And then you got your little reminder there. So part of today's work will be to delete a reminder by swiping and dragging. So I already have something built in where when I swipe, it has the delete there. So I need to actually hook that up and style that a bit more.
Do you have to click on that, or can you make it where the swipe itself is the delete?
Oh.
Because that'd be pretty sick.
Yeah. Well, we can do that together.
Anyway, so this is kind of like what the app looks like. This logout button will not be here. That's just because we need a way to log out sometimes. So
it's not? How are they gonna log out?
In the settings page.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be in settings. And then this is like just sort of, then you keep scrolling to see your reminders. I like the idea of it. It's not sort of just like a single page flow. It's simple, like I said, kind of loud. And this just says when you're getting your stuff. And the reason there's these emojis here, and you don't get to pick them, but maybe in the future you could pick them. But basically the way this works is when you have a reminder, let's say get to the gym, Alice's example. So it's Monday at 10:10 a.m. I will get a text saying get to the gym, basically saying my message. And then what I have to do to acknowledge that is I have to send this emoji as a response. So the idea is we're trying to sort of increase the friction of acknowledging a reminder so that we're not just sending your phone notifications, because we all know how easy it is to ignore a notification. But you actually have to engage with the app itself and sort of acknowledge that you are either doing the thing or not doing the thing. But either way, you have to acknowledge it. And if you don't, then we just keep sending you messages. So you're going to get kind of pissed off.
If you're like me, I have such a hard time finding the right emojis. I need to scroll and look at every single one. I still can't find it.
Yep.
One thing that Anthony I don't know if you suggested it or you mentioned it. You don't have to only set reminders to get to the gym or to do something or to feel bad about, something you have to do. One thing is that you can just set a reminder saying you're beautiful. Or for us, what we're working on right now is don't sweat the small stuff. So you can have words of affirmation or just a nice, reflective reminder rather than an action-oriented reminder.
So are you saying that you built an app so that it would text you that you're beautiful?
Yes, exactly. Wow. That's how narcissistic I am.
Whatever works, I guess. That's not what I had in mind, but
Oh yeah. What's one non-action oriented reminder you would like to have?
I mean, I like the affirmation idea. It's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
So, not bad. Yeah. So we do have a couple of little bugs to work on. Not bugs. You have a feature, and then we have one bug that we're gonna work on today. And then
what's the bug? The
bug is that right now on the back end, when you get reminders, you get everyone's reminders. So that's pretty bad, obviously. So we'll change that up, and then I think the two big things we need to do before Tuesday, which is launch day, is other than product hunt stuff, we need to get the in-app purchases done, which I have made pretty good progress this morning, but I'm gonna finish that today. Not on stream, I don't think. And then also, we need to do a back off. We need to build a back off algorithm so that when we're texting them that we'll if they don't respond to the first text, we message them an hour later. If they don't respond to that one, we'll message them again 2 hours later. And then if they don't respond, we're gonna send 4 texts per reminder, and if they don't respond to all 4, then we just wait till the next cycle.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you? Yeah, I think create an issue for that, because right now, I think it's on the back end. It's just created every hour if they don't respond.
Yeah.
Okay, so we could work on the reminder delete stuff. So been working in Xcode, which is hella slow and I don't know, very confusing. There's a lot of boilerplate in there.
Boilerplate.
Well, I don't know what is in
config stuff. Basically, essentially, what she's complaining about is that
we complain a lot.
We bootstrapped this application with Expo, and like the Expo Go workflow is really really nice, and we had to eject though from the what is it called? The managed workflow? Yeah, the managed workflow.
So yeah, if you're using Expo to build your app, there's 2 ways to go about building it. Like one is called the managed workflow and one is called the bare workflow. The managed workflow comes with a lot of like abstractions that Expo built in. Like you can like there's I don't know, they'll build it for you, they'll build and compile it for you. There's certain commands that you can use and helper functions, I guess, with Expo, and they have like their app that you can like render it on as well. I don't know, there's a full comparison, but honestly I don't feel like there's that much. I mean, they do remove a lot of the complexity, and the primary difference between the managed workflow and the bare workflow is that in the managed workflow you're only working in JavaScript and TypeScript. You don't have to deal with any of the configs of the iOS or Android or whatever, and then in the bare workflow you have to like manage some of your configs. So basically I guess we were using the managed workflow, and then to do the in-app purchases, which you have to do with iOS, you have to use a bare workflow, and that's why we had to extract our entire app from the managed workflow and go into like a bare native app.
Oh.
What?
Welcome McFeedle to the chat.
Woohoo. Cool. Okay, I see that my parents and my brothers have not showed up.
I mean, they could be. There's people that don't have accounts. So.
Okay. Can they? So they can't.
Chat.
They can't chat, or okay. And we won't be able to see their existence.
I mean, I don't think so. No.
Okay. Hopefully, my parents are watching. Okay. Were you talking about something before I interrupted?
I don't know. I created a ticket though for the back off algorithm. Oh, I was taught. Yeah, you did rudely interrupt me.
Normal.
I don't know if you said it because I started creating the ticket, but basically we had to eject because of the in-app purchases. Yes.
Yeah, I mentioned that. Cool. Okay, so we're currently on the reminder screen, which is this screen right here, and what we have is we have a scroll view, which allows us to go up and down, and we have a button for create reminders, which is this loudspeaker here, and then at the view on the bottom here, it maps through all of the reminders and renders a reminder item. And for the reminder item, what the reminder item looks like is we have a view where so it's cool because Anthony's using Tailwind for styling, so is basically inline styles that he's writing. So you have the emoji and you have the text and you have the notification days. So what I'm doing for the swiping thing is I'm using a component called Swipeable, and Swipeable is is a component from React Native Gesture Handler. It's a pretty popular library, tons of users, and I think a lot of React Native components are built on this gesture handling. So I'm just wrapping the reminder item in this reminder view. And so what the swipeable does is a render right action. So on swipe right, it calls the render right actions, which passes in a progress and drag X. I don't actually know exactly what these values mean. I was copying it from somewhere, from this. But I imagine, is just, when just swiping right. So it's for the view when you swipe right. And then now here we have the delete button, where on press is going to delete the reminder. So you want it so that as soon as they swipe, it deletes. It automatically deletes.
Yeah, I mean, I think that'd be cool, right? Like, it would be nice if they don't have to, because I'm pretty sure think of the Mail app on iOS, to delete mail, you just have to swipe like all the way. You don't have to like click the delete button. Oh wait, so yeah, I wonder.
But the thing is, it's like, what if they're just playing around with it and?
Well, you have to swipe like all the way.
All
it's
the way. Okay.
Like it's a very common.
Okay.
Gesture, right?
So look, like the swipeable thing, this component allows for implementing swipeable roles or similar interactions. Okay, I think maybe it is.
Hi, Ardanes. Thanks for coming.
Hello.
Nice to see you.
Let us know if you did anything fun this weekend or what you guys are working on, what you guys are building. Would love to hear it. Okay, so or if you have used the swipeable component before, or if you have built a React app before, that'll be fun. I'm
dropping some open issues too in the Twitch chat. Because again, the benefit of everything being open source is that hopefully other people, if people like the product or whatever, or just want to contribute to open source projects, like we have work to be done. We'll definitely have more as we go through the year and we have different projects and stuff. But Danny says that they accidentally swipe and delete a good bit. Quick undo button would be perfect. The Mail app has it.
See, that I would totally do that too, Danny. That's something I would do.
Okay, we'll keep that in mind. Yeah, so we'll give them like something like 30 seconds after to. We can actually do that pretty easily. We can delete it from. What we'll do is we can delete from the store first, and then I don't know, maybe not. I don't know. We'll figure it out though. But we can definitely allow an undo for sure.
Oh yeah, I mean, but then it's also pretty easy to create reminders again, so it's not the end of the world. You don't need to cry.
It's definitely not like a launch blocker for sure, but I love the idea of having like obviously nice UX. So what are you finding?
I don't know if that's like wrecked. Oh, wrecked.
What do you mean working on your brain, Danny? But yeah, no, we'd love to have you contribute. There's tons of stuff to be done. Some tickets are pretty simple. Like I just linked a front end ticket that's pretty straightforward, I think. But we're here to help too. For those that don't know, Alice is sort of just starting her coding journey. I've been coding for like somewhere around 6 years or so professionally. So it's kind of like 12 products is kind of a way for Alice to learn to code and get some experience. And for me, it's just I love building products, so that's what we're here for. Oh yeah, if you're learning, I mean, like I honestly think contributing to open source is a really great way to learn, because for example, if you look at a ticket that you're interested in on one of our repos and you approach it, you could either you can either ask questions on the issue, or you can just go for it and then open up a pull request, and we'll give you feedback and stuff. I think open source is honestly one of the best things I did for myself when I was learning to code, because I just got so much feedback from people that knew what they were doing and I didn't, you know.
So I'm just looking at an example of this React Native gesture handler. It's really nice because Expo allows you to to spin up these.
I think they're called snacks.
Snacks. Is it snacks or because of Expo, or maybe a combination of both?
What? I don't understand what you just said. Expo has these things and they're called snacks.
Oh, okay. That's so cute.
Touchables, force touch. What do these things mean?
What
are you looking for?
Well, I'm looking for. Well, these are just all the different actions that you're able to do, right?
But like, what is a pan responder?
Combo. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff. All I want is swipe and delete. It shouldn't be that.
Well, it's
difficult.
not swipe and delete, right? It's swipe and trigger action, kind of. Oh, what's this?
Oh, maybe this one. Oh, look, trigger action.
Huh?
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Oh.
That's what the one you want, right?
Yeah, I think so. Wait, why'd you say trigger action?
Oh. Wait, does it actually?
It doesn't seem to like actually. You must have to make it do a thing.
What?
It's interesting that it alternates, or is it just
I think that's just how they set up the demo. Okay, what do you want to do? Go to.
Oh yeah, Danny, there are tags, good first issue. So I think both of the issues that I actually, Alice, can we just go to GitHub for a second?
Yeah.
Just go to. You can leave this page open. It's just okay. So just click on 12 products. We'll just show this to Danny. So this is what the 12 products main GitHub organization looks like. And if you see, these are all of our repos. And this little circle with a dot in it, this is how many issues are in each of these repos. So you can see, like, we don't have a ton, but we have some. And we'll try to get better at making more here. But you can see how it says one issue needs help. So if you click one issue needs help here, you can see there's some labels here, and the labels help wanted are the issues that need help, and then you can see there's good first issue. So when you're working on if you're looking at a GitHub project, you can filter by label, and right now we're filtering by help wanted, but you can filter by good first issue, and then you can see that they come up. I believe you can actually also search for good first issue in GitHub as well, and then you can find like tons of other repos. Personally, I think you should work on 12 products, but there's tons of fun open source.
Yeah, that being said, my first open source contribution when I did good first issue was I found something on Google, and it was like Google site kit. It was like a small company offshoot where they create a Google products for WordPress users. Anyways, I made a tiny contribution, but I can say, yeah, I've made an open source contribution to Google. So you can say that you made an open source contribution to 12 products, because we're gonna be huge one day. Everyone's gonna know it.
Yeah, totally. Actually, I think we should on our website we'll make a contributors thing, so that if you do contribute, we can link contributors and stuff. Oh yeah, totally. GitHub is super important for collaboration and just being able to safely make changes and go back to stuff in the past. You definitely want Git, and GitHub's a really nice piece of software.
Okay, so I think this is. I don't know if this is. So this is swipe table.
Oh wait, go to Gmail stop. Or
do you want Gmail?
Actually, maybe Apple. I don't know.
Wait, I want to see which one's which first.
Yeah.
Because if we go to app.js and we look at their screens, this is swipeable table.
I actually just want to say one thing too about open source, because Danny mentioned that some good first issues they saw were adding periods where needed, And you might think that like Alice was making jokes that she did this really small change on this open source Google project, and it didn't feel like maybe that she was having that much of an impact or something. But you have to remember that these maintainers have a ton of work to do. For example, like at work, for me personally, it's like, we have tons of tickets of things we need to do, and there's so much stuff in the backlog that just doesn't get done because it's like less priority than some more important things. And for an open source maintainer, they have tons of those things as well. So if you're adding periods or like fixing typos, like those are actually important things, but they're things that are just deprioritized for the maintainers. So like maintainers are always super grateful for folks that are willing to step in and like do that type of work, because I think it is important. And also it's just a great way to get your feet wet, to practice, like get workflow and collaborating with others in like in a pretty low cost or environment.
Yeah, totally.
So
back to our app thing, I figured out which row is which. So here in the index of the swipeable, we have the table, and you can see in the swipeable row, it looks for item and index. If the index is even, is Apple one, and if it's odd, is Gmail. So the index starts at 0. So that means that this one and this one, the ones with the flags are the Apple style, and the one with just all the way is Gmail. So I think we want Gmail, I guess, style.
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay, so if we're looking at the Gmail style, so we can see that the input range. Okay, man, my computer's so slow. It's because the Twitch streams taking up like 90% of my CPU.
Yeah, we still haven't switched to OBS for our streams, mostly because Twitch Studio comes with a lot of stuff built in, like where we can highlight people following and stuff, whereas with OBS we have to do kind of a bit more of that on our own. So
yeah, let me know if the size of the editor is large enough for everyone to see. If you want a bigger, give me a shout. Okay.
I'm just reading the docs, by the way.
For what?
For the gesture handler, just to see.
Rect button. I thought that was a spelling error. It was supposed to be a react button. Not that react button is a thing.
Button.
Yeah. What's the rect button? Rect.
It's they actually do have like a thing.
Well, I need to.
Oh yeah, see, so this is what we want, right? They have like
What? Oh, on callback.
They have callbacks, and so there must be a callback. Maybe it's like on finalize that we need to use to actually trigger the action. Oh, so what do we do for work? So I work at a company called Monthly. You can just go to monthly.com if you want to check it out. Actually, I guess I can put it in the chat here so you don't have to type it. I work at a company called monthly.com. I'm a senior software engineer. We're basically building like a project-based online learning experience for creatives. So we have a bunch of music classes, some painting, baking, engineering, creative engineering, which is done by Mark Rober, classes, stuff like that. We have a lot of cool stuff coming up, and we're sort of building this whole world online for creatives to help people live their creative lives, which is really exciting. And Alice, since she's reading stuff, I'll just say what she does. She's currently an intern at a company called Rivian Automotive, and they basically make electric adventure vehicles. So she's a computer science student right now, doing her first internship at Rivian, second internship coming up at Meta or Facebook. But yeah, it's cool that you started a software engineering bootcamp. I'd love to hear how your experience is going so far. I'm sort of self-taught. I never did computer science, and
Yeah, he's forcing me to go to school.
I think it's a good thing to do, but ultimately I was self-taught, and then I went to a boot camp as well. A monthly box, yeah. Thankfully, it's not a monthly box. I don't think I want to work for a company that has monthly subscription boxes. But if you have any cool monthly subscription boxes, drop them in the chat, because there was a time when I was like really into the idea of subscription boxes, but I haven't tried any of those out. But we actually had one. What's
I didn't know that in Gmail I can like go
Put the
either
other way? Yeah.
right or left. I had no idea.
Yeah, it's different actions for each direction.
Yeah, I saw that there's a render. I was like, what? Render left actions?
What was the Japanese snack box called? Do you remember?
Oh, Boksu? BOKK. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So we didn't subscribe to this box, but we got this. Alice got this box from Rivian for Christmas.
How did that come up?
Because Danny was saying that monthly. When I said I work at monthly, he was expecting they were expecting a monthly subscription box thing. Oh yeah, the meat ones. Actually, yeah, we used to do a meat one. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
I liked the meat one we got because when we signed up, there was this promo that you got like unlimited bacon for life. So every meat box we had like free bacon in it, which was pretty awesome. But we, I guess we like just don't eat that much meat anymore.
Well, Anthony has like a food delivery service. Same with a person on the chat, green_wood, but maybe he left already.
I don't know, but why you gotta throw him under the bus?
Why? It's just tech bros. Like the food delivery services are perfect for tech bros who, don't like to cook, needs to spend all their energy and time on coding
Exactly,
or
that's what it is.
some
it's not
other
that I
activity.
don't like to cook, it's that I need to optimize the time at keyboard.
Right. I mean, you should just optimize your chewing and just go all liquid and go back to the Soylent diet.
I did that. I've done that.
Yeah, you should go back to it. Just you can just give all your food, your fed meals to me, and you can just drink Soylent
2022.
again.
Not only am I doing 12 products, but I'm doing 12 months of Soylent.
Wow, that's not bad.
Let's see if I survive.
We're going
that,
super hardcore.
Okay, what are you doing?
Okay, I know. I'm just like stuck on the screen. It's very distracting. Okay.
Yeah, we find that we're like typically not that productive on streams, mostly because we talk a lot more.
Okay,
but speaking of that, we should update the schedule because we also are starting to stream on Wednesday nights, and that's going to be just sort of co-working. So the idea is that other folks come and they're working on code and we're working on code. It's maybe less chatting, I guess. But last time we were chatting quite a bit anyways. But anyway, if you want to hang out on Wednesday nights and come code, it might be fun for you, Danny, because if you have like questions in terms of code and stuff, like I'd totally be willing to help you out, and we could just chat. But yeah, how are you finding the bootcamp?
Oh wait. This is wrong because that one was left actions. I should have done the right actions. So 0 and -80.
Okay.
And then output range
opacity?
will be 1 and I'm not sure.
Are you sure?
I mean, it's okay. Maybe it's called scale.
Yeah, I don't think you want to change opacity. Like,
I mean, interpolate and
opacity though. Like, look, so on this thing, you're changing the opacity.
Yeah.
As the style, whereas like, the reason why I don't think you want to change opacity is because opacity will make it like transparent, right? But that doesn't sound like what we want. Could be wrong.
I mean, where do they use this scale? Where do they use this? Scale is equal to that. I don't think they're using it anywhere. Maybe the drag X thing is already changing the.
Really?
I don't know. I don't know why Oh my god, my computer is so slow. I can't stand it. Oh my god. What the fuck is that?
It closed
Oh.
the thing.
I forgot to delete the end bracket. Okay.
You muted your computer.
Oh, did I mute
It's
my
fine,
computer? Okay. Okay, let's look at the simulator.
That's really cool, Danny. Happy to hear that you're enjoying the. Oh.
No.
No what?
No. It didn't work.
What didn't work?
Well, it's supposed to. I should be able to drag all the way across.
Okay. You can't even. Yeah, no, but Danny, glad you're enjoying it. Oh, that's cool. Clipboard manager. That's really cool. I love that boot camps are very practical in terms of project-based stuff. I guess like that's similar to monthly, but you have to learn by doing, right? So. Okay, so render left actions. So what is happening versus what are you expecting to happen, right? Because like 80 seems like some arbitrary number, so.
Yeah, okay, maybe that's like too much off the screen or something. I'm expecting it to go all the way across like their app, where when I drag, it'll just go all the way across.
What kind of gesture are you doing here?
I'm doing the swiping gesture. What do you mean?
Can I see where you're like? Can I see where you initialized the swipeable business? I'm just trying to look at what you're doing compared to how there's. Oh, here we go. I found it. Because instead of just looking at the example, I just want to read the.
Yeah. Animated dot view.
It's very interesting.
Wait, is it not?
Like, I think you do actually want to put some styles on there, but I could be wrong.
I just don't know whether you would put this in like.
I use mostly like JavaScript, TypeScript, or Python at work. But recently just started a new project at work that uses Go as well. And I'm really eager to learn Rust, but I just haven't put the time in yet. I think you can only do it with certain properties. It's fine, just leave it out of there. Let's
Maybe that's why it's called opacity. Okay, I don't know if that actually makes a difference, so let's. No, still not. How do I get it all the way freaking across?
Well, maybe like the -80. Well, okay, like I think it's probably a good idea just to read the docs, right? So.
You think it's the -80 that I'm going too much off the screen?
Yeah.
Input
or
range.
So render right actions. Method that is expected to return an action panel that is going to be revealed from the right side when the user swipes left. This map describes the value to use, input range for extra interpolation, animated value, start value, end value. Man, these docs are kind of bad. So progress, animated value. Can you, okay, so this is actually React Native animated. You gotta read the docs for that thing. See you, Danny. Thanks for coming. You have a good day, too. Okay, so like I just don't understand what drag x.interpolate is doing, right? Like it doesn't seem like you're doing anything with it. Example is just not working in my favor. So this one is Gmail style swipeable row, right?
It's cool that they have this animated icon thing. Maybe should I download this as well?
No.
Not yet.
We're gonna use icons from Expo. We don't need icons.
This animated icon dot create animated component, so it creates a component out of the icon.
Can I see your swipeable?
Yeah. So I mean, if we just go through. Oh,
Can I just see your swipeable?
Yeah, I'm trying. My computer is fucking slow.
Is that slow?
Yeah, and then. Okay.
Dang.
So.
We seriously need to get to switch to OBS, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Wait. So my swipeable is. So I have it at the top. Basically. So it calls render view and then swipeable, and all it does is just call the render write actions. And then that wraps around my reminder item.
Mm-hmm.
So in the example here, they have the swipeable, which, wraps around the children as well.
But they do have like a right threshold that you don't have.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. Okay.
And they also have something called friction, which we don't have.
Okay. That's definitely something I need. Yeah. What's friction? Right. Oh my god, please let me type.
Dang, this is kind of brutal.
How do other streamers do it? I mean,
they use OBS or they have better computers.
Better computers than a Mac? I thought this was the shit.
I mean, yeah, your computer's pretty good, but actually, I think your computer's. Do you have 32 gigs? Nah, your computer's fine. I think honestly, it's just this Twitch Studio thing is pretty brutal.
Should I have this friction? Okay, I'm gonna do. I feel like friction maybe is related to like how smooth.
Yeah, stickiness.
Stickiness,
sort of.
yeah. So I'm just gonna do that. Yeah. Did you know that being a developer, not that I know what it's like, but it's just copying code. So that is what I'm doing.
Just copying code my ass. Okay, so interpolate.
So let's just quickly see whether that changed anything.
Input ranges to map to different output ranges. By default, it will extrapolate.
Okay, that still didn't do anything.
You're not able to get it over at all? Oh, that one you are.
No, I'm not able to get it all the way over.
What happens, just out of curiosity, if you
I was like, oh, I'm gonna like finish this and I need like more tickets to work on. I always get like, things always take longer than you think that they will.
Cause like...
Oh, Jake texted me. Oh no, he just said nice. Jake is my brother. He's at McGill in Montreal. Are you watching us? He thinks he's too cool. Ugh.
Yeah, this is interesting.
What?
Oh, wait. Are you using the rect button?
Oh, does that make a difference?
Yeah, I think so.
That fucking rect button? I made a whole big deal about making fun of the name in the beginning, and I'm supposed to actually use it. React gesture handler.
Let's see.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, let's try that.
Okay, so the rect button. This type of button command should be used when you deal with rectangular elements or blocks of content that can be pressed. For example, table rows, buttons, blah blah, whatever. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it doesn't matter.
Instead of touchable opacity, let's try fucking rect button. Look at this fancy trick that I learned. Double select.
So fancy.
I know all the developer secrets now. But yeah, I'm still so slow on the keyboard. Okay, I bet you that doesn't do anything, but let's try.
I mean, why would they provide?
Oh, nothing. It went up for a second. It went like all vertical instead of horizontal.
Like, it could also be that you're just like having trouble with the simulator, right? Like, it might be better to put it on your
should
phone.
I is it Command R to refresh this? How do I refresh this?
Go to Metro.
What's Metro?
It's the thing that's running the server. This. If you press R here. No, you have to on this window, Alice.
Okay, I'm reloading the app.
For what? I think it does hot reload, right?
Yeah, it does do hard reload.
Oh, James, hey. That's okay. If you
Hey
can't stay
James,
longer.
hi friend.
We have like about an hour left, probably. Just currently struggling with gestures on the iOS simulator, but also Twitch Studio sucks, so it's tough.
Yeah, James, what do you use?
He uses
on...
OBS.
Oh, you use OBS because I'm like, this is so.
I think like
freaking
everyone
slow.
uses OBS. Using Twitch Studio is like the downside of me liking to try products. And,
Yeah.
And it's like super beta product, and it's.
Anthony
horrible.
loves to try products. And yes, welcome to our stream about complaining about every single thing that we have issues with. It's not about coding. It's
Are we
just
complaining?
about venting. Well, we complained about the App Store. We complained about OBS nonstop or whatever, Twitch Studio.
Everybody needs a way to vent.
Okay. Oh my gosh, this stream is not very interesting here. Okay, what do I do? Okay, so okay, let's see what we've done so far. So all we want to do is just drag it across, or we could just keep it the way it is and not take Anthony's suggestion of deleting it.
No. We can't just every time that we have a problem just run away from it.
No, but that's the best way to do things.
I'm not sure like how good the gestures are on this, you know, on like the simulator. Cause like what's happening, it should like go pin off to the side, right, or something.
Yeah, it should go all the way off.
Huh.
It's
very
just
strange.
interesting because like there's like the render right actions, and then they have the scale, but it's like why would you name it?
It's not used.
Yeah, when you're not using it anywhere. So that's where I'm like, okay, maybe I'm missing something.
What are they using this ref for?
Slash is equal to ref. So they're putting a ref on that.
Oh, it's just to close.
Yeah, just to close, I guess.
This is really strange. Okay, well let's like, what if you actually put exactly what they have? Like their threshold is 41, right?
Oh, oops. Oh, I put 80. Maybe that's also an issue. I keep mixing up the right and left. Oh my god. Please not let that be the issue. That would be so funny if it was.
I'm just
Oh no, it's not.
Because also, like, it's kind of weird that...
Does it go? Yeah, it doesn't go left at all.
Can we
which is-
see the styles that they have on the right action? Scroll down. I want to see the style sheet.
Oh, that's also a good idea. I didn't even look at that. Oh, wait, flex direction. Flex 1.
So they don't really have styles on that. But
I think.
the thing that I don't understand is
The saddest part about the stream is that we don't have our popsicles to eat while we stream. Our favorite popsicles are gone. These bubble tea popsicles. Anyone else a fan of bubble tea? If you're a fan of bubble tea, you'll love bubble tea popsicles even more. Flex, justify, end, grow.
grow. Is that not what it is on Tailwind? I think I have the Tailwind thing. Oh look, I have it open to the right thing already.
What's grow? Is grow associated with flex?
Yeah, I think it looks to me like the Tailwind application that we have is or the Tailwind React Native thing seems to like not have the latest version of Tailwind, which I think is interesting. So maybe we want.
So what does that do? You think that's what's stopping it from going all the way over?
I don't know. I can't really see any examples here that's like sticking out to me why it doesn't work. So I basically want to just try to make our stuff like as much as possible what it is. Like,
What the fuck is wrong with the simulator?
well, your computer's like dying.
Oh, right,
you're
right.
also recording this the whole
Oh,
time.
what? That's so
probably-
weird.
That's probably.
That's probably
'cause you
why.
did Command R, so.
Oh,
But yeah, like it's.
yikes.
I mean, your computer's struggling, so.
It's struggling. It's making a lot of noise. Okay, I say we like just keep it like this and we implement the functionality of actually deleting and then we can fix this part later.
Sure.
Cause this, like just changing the settings on this shouldn't be too hard.
Yeah, it's tough when it's like such a delay.
Okay. Oh, yeah, okay.
So what are you gonna do now? You're gonna try and.
Well, we can, so on press, so when they actually press on press, then I want to trigger a delete reminder.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Delete reminder.
So you're
Callback
just like
function.
you're just like making them press the button.
Yeah. To actually go call the backend and delete it.
I'm also just gonna do a little bit of research.
Oh my gosh. I can't code.
It's too slow.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we could just stop because of technical difficulties and then like set this up next time, I guess. If it's gonna be that bad where you can't even code, then it's like sort of pointless. Sorry, everyone.
I'll just try to type slower, you know, maybe I'm just typing so fast that my computer can't keep up with me.
Yeah, let's go with that. we definitely need to put some work into the streaming software, set up OBS and stuff.
Okay. So we need to delete our reminders. So we'll use fetch. And then we'll have.
Why is it you're not gonna be able to do it this way, right? Because we have to use fetch.
Oh, you created a hook for. Wait, why did you create a hook for use fetch again?
Well, it just like adds the correct headers and stuff.
Oh, okay, that's nice. Wait, I want to see what use fetch looks like.
It's nothing crazy.
Oh, right. Because we did the JWT bearer thing, so we need the proper auth.
Yeah. It just injects it.
Yeah.
To
Okay.
the instance of fetch.
That's very useful. So we shall import use fetch. Oh, it's already imported.
So yeah.
So what does it return again? Fetch?
You probably just want to
A
move
fetch
delete
function?
reminders into the component.
Okay, I'll just create it here and then.
Sure.
So fetch. You named it to poke fetch.
What?
You
No. Scroll down.
What?
Actually,
Oh, it's still fetch. Wait, why did you? But isn't that renaming? You're like reassigning to. Oh, okay. This is assigning
This is called poke
the
fetch because
value
I'm
of
using
poke fetch.
inside of
Oh,
this
okay, got it.
online.
Yeah, I got it. So you okay? So we'll destructure fetch from use fetch. And we want to use fetch to call our backend. So we'll have poke URL. We use this like tunnel thing to connect to the backend. And what is our endpoint is going to be /reminders. /reminders, and then when we want to delete, then we need to know the reminder ID. What?
There's this library called, it's made by Wix.
Yeah.
It's called React Native Interactable, and it looks so simple. And then basically you have these snap basically, so you do like horizontal,
Yeah.
you have snap points, and you give them the points of which it will snap to.
Yeah.
And then you literally just have a function that's called onSnap. So once it snaps, it'll do an action, and that's
Yeah.
exactly what we want, right? This looks dead simple. I think we should maybe just try to do this one instead.
Yeah, it's interesting that I mean, you would think that the built-in components are simpler than external library.
Which built-in components? You're not using built-in components.
Yeah,
right now.
well, I guess it's not built in,
You're
but
using a library called React Native.
yeah, but that's already like it's already being used by other ones.
What other ones?
By
What do you mean?
by other like this we already have I think it's used by maybe React Navigate that we've been using, but it was like we've already installed it as like a peer dependency or a dev, yeah, maybe a peer. It was already in. I didn't install React Native. It was already being used by something else.
That's weird. It says that you installed it as a dependency 3 days ago.
3 days ago?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think you did install it.
Okay, whatever. Okay. Installing new component. I mean,
Yeah,
installing
let's
new
just try
library.
this other one, just because I think it just looks super simple. Plus, it's just fun to try other stuff. So, no. I put in the Twitch chat.
Oh, Twitch chat. Boxed mean.
It's fine. Okay, so this is the library.
Looking for a maintainer.
Yeah, I know. So I was reading this thing, and people are saying how like it's not being maintained by Wix right now, but at the same time, like it just you don't need the -- save, but at the same time, it just looks really clean. So
Wait, what does the -- save do again?
For npm, -- save saves it as a dependency instead of like a dev dependency.
Oh, okay, and yarn add automatically saves it as a dependency?
Yes. Whereas, so yarn, you have to like use a flag to say that it's a dev dependency.
Yeah. And do you have to do this link thing? This React Native link to this interactable?
Yeah, let's run it if it says to do it. I am a React Native
Noob.
pleb, so we were using Expo before. You probably need to
Yarn?
No. So delete that. Type in node modules, node underscore tab. Do dot bin tab like.
Tab?
Yeah, we're trying to like autocomplete here. So then in here you probably have React Native.
Oh, what did we just do? Okay, and then do link?
So node modules is where you install all your packages, right?
Right, yeah.
And then there's a bin directory, which is where there's like binaries for certain packages. And then there just happens to be a React Native one in there.
What's the difference between the binary for React Native package versus just a package in the node module for React Native?
Well, a binary is like a single file that is used to run the software, where it's like a directory under node modules just has like a bunch of JavaScript, right, that runs.
Yeah, but like, what's the difference? Why would you have?
Well, one is required. One, you need to run with JavaScript because the only thing you can run JavaScript files with is JavaScript. Binaries are individual pieces of software that can run on their own.
Any machine.
Not necessarily any machine.
So without needing to compile.
You have to build binaries for different sources, but yeah.
So you can run the binary without compiling and building. You can just run it.
Right.
So why are only certain programs in binary and?
Well, because if you have an npm package that only runs on the browser, why would you have a binary? It's pointless, right?
So do I just do React Native link interactable here?
Uh-huh. Yeah, let's try it.
I wonder what that does.
So it will link the project as a dependency inside of like Xcode. So if you can like look at your changes in there. See, yeah, in the pod file now.
Oops.
It's just saying that this is like required in here.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so now we can use it, I think.
Yeah, so now this example looks really simple.
So import interactable from
It's all good, James. Thanks for showing up anyways.
React
Happy to have you.
Native interactable. What kind of word is interactable?
I don't know, I kind of like it. Like at work because we launched mentions, and instead of having something be called a mention, it's like we have this concept of a mentionable, which is like a thing that can be mentioned.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun.
Do we want to like comment this? I'm just gonna
Well,
comment
like,
in
we don't
case
even
we.
need this, right? If you come down here,
Yeah. Where are you gonna use it?
just put it right here. Like, you don't necessarily need a view for that, right? Like, we don't need to break it up. Let's just put it right here. Like, replace reminder view with interactable.view. Like, we already have a component here for a reminder item. Why? We don't need like 7 functions for it.
Okay, yeah.
We should break this out into its own file, but.
What the frig is that?
Your computer seems to be doing like a bit better.
Yeah, a little bit better, yeah, actually.
And then you just copy the props that they have there. Be careful because you also copied this is the copy paste that you were talking about. And then just replace the function with something that console logs or whatever you want. No, you need it.
Yeah, so how come? Okay, so I still don't understand why sometimes I have to call it versus just putting the function in the bracket.
Well, so on snap we'll call like hover over this.
Yeah.
Snap, right? Okay, well maybe
It has
that
even.
much, but this on snap will call a function, right? And it will pass in an event to that function. Well, so if all you wanted to do here, I'm just gonna take control for a second. If all you wanted to do was literally log that function, then you could do this, right? You could do console.log, which means on snap it's going to call console.log with the event.
Oh, okay.
But how do you pass parameters to this?
Right.
You can't, right? So if you want to pass parameters, like if you want to call a function with something different than just whatever on snap will call it with, which is the event, you have to have an anonymous function in here.
Right.
This still has an event, right? So you can do hello and then do the event if you wanted.
Yeah.
But you couldn't do console log hello.
Okay.
Right. So that's why in their example, on snap we'll call this dot on drawer snap.
Yeah.
And
with
on
the
drawer
event.
snap we'll just do something with the event or whatever.
Right,
but we don't.
Okay, so it literally just has to. So whether we use an anonymous function or just have the function in there, it only has to do with whether you want a parameter to be passed in or not.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because like in React, you if you're like passing a function down, you just pass a function without calling it. You just
it depends on the implementation, right? Like like interactable.view takes a prop called onSnap.
Yeah. It
calls that prop. That prop has to be a function, and it calls that prop. If it didn't want to call it, if it just wanted to receive, like it's still receiving a function here.
Yeah.
Actually, anyway, to your point, I think like this, there's no difference between like this anonymous function and giving this anonymous function a variable and passing that variable in, right? It's the same thing.
Yeah.
This is just like in line because it's not needed. Let's just delete this junk. Yeah, so it's just like, there we go.
It's not found.
You might have to rebuild. Do you know how to do that?
Yes. Just like here, stop it and rebuild.
I think you just click play and it'll replace. I wonder if there's like we might have, so I think we probably could have done Expo React Native Interactable and it would have maybe done it for us. Interactable.
Yes, still nothing. It has been rebuilding it. Yeah.
It's built fast. I would be surprised. So this is what linking should do, is linking should pull it in at build time.
Yeah. Man, I wonder how people interact with Xcode. You guys can see that, like, this is what Xcode looks like. It has.
I mean, James probably uses Xcode directly.
Oh yeah. Do you like working with Xcode, James? Yeah, it has a shitload of stuff. I don't even know what language. There's like definitely very different languages in there. I don't even know what all these buttons are.
I think that this is like part of the downside to using something like Expo, right? Because we basically used Expo to sort of build the app out, and then it was only like last night we ejected because we need to do in-app purchases.
Yeah.
And now it's like, okay, well now here's this like this Xcode workflow and stuff, but we didn't read about it, we didn't like, or anything, because we just didn't need it, right? And now, so now you're thrust into this world of Xcode and all this stuff, and it's like, oh well, what is all of this? I think you just need to like wait a second.
Oh, okay. I'm very impatient.
Well,
one thing I do like,
struggling
yeah.
Too, so.
One thing I do like about Xcode is that you have all
Different
these
targets.
freaking iPhones, iPads.
It's cool too because you can connect your phone, right?
On.
If you put your phone in, it'll build and target, and then it's on your phone. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's cool. Build and target that.
But yeah, your computer's definitely struggling here. There you go. Oh. Nope.
Oh, nope. Same error.
Okay.
It's not found in the UI manager.
Interesting. So to me, it seems like we didn't link it properly then. Let's see.
I mean, this did exactly like the pod file thing. You can add, so this is the manually linking. And our pod file did update correctly.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh.
What?
Okay, can you go on the command line into the iOS directory?
Mm-hmm.
And then do pod install. You should have this on the screen too so people can see it.
I typed in pod install in my terminal.
Yeah, but we're gonna be like, depending on what happens, we're gonna be reacting to it and stuff. So.
Oh my gosh! I can't believe it! No way! You guys are really missing out. Did you see that? Okay, you guys want to see all the cool errors I'm getting? No, I'm not getting any errors. Things are just installing very slowly. But surely.
Yeah, so I guess maybe this doesn't happen when you click the play button. But you can see the interactable is there.
Wait, so this is like doing like a yarn at the beginning?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that?
Oh, 10 ways pod install will shock you. Number 7 will blow your mind. Yeah. That's amazing. Okay, so what is the deal here now? Do we have to rebuild this thing? Can you go here to Metro and like just press R?
There's like so many different screens now that we're working with Xcode. There's like the Metro terminal, there's terminal, there's this freaking thing, there's that freaking thing.
I mean, the simulator was always there, and this terminal was always there.
Yeah, but then now
I think Metro was always there too.
Okay.
Anyway, let's just try to do the rebuild. I don't know if we actually have to. Again, I don't know what we're doing, but it doesn't hurt to just click the play button and let her go. Let her rip.
Yeah, is this like what Apple engineers work on? Just building even more buttons for us to control settings. Now that I'm
Wait, do you mean like the Xcode
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like somebody at Apple is building code.
What else do app engineers work on? Like,
You use phone like
yeah, just build phone apps, like most of the times, like mobile apps.
okay, most of the software on you use on your phone is like different apps that Apple did. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
but then they have like messages and they have the operating system on there. You're also using a MacBook right now, which is built by Apple. So
Yeah, but it's not. I just imagine, yeah, software engineers literally building like not just obviously not just web apps and stuff. So is it a specialized type of
well, yeah,
engineering that
really.
for Apple?
I mean, well, it depends on what you're talking about. Like, I'm sure they have engineers building for them, but like writing stuff for the operating system, like you're not doing that with JavaScript, right? So
Yeah, so they're like hiring hardcore devs.
yeah, some of them, yeah. So James says pod install effectively does the same thing on an iOS project as yarn install does on a JS project.
Yes.
But it's completely separate from Xcode, so the play button doesn't run. So I think, right, so we did pod install and we clicked the play button before pod install, but it didn't, I don't think it linked the package that we needed, like it wasn't there still. So when we rebuilt it the first time, it was basically meaningless, I guess. So
See, I hate like programs where you have to compile before you like run things, and it takes so long to compile. Okay, I guess like you do like compile in like JavaScript code and stuff, but like when I was doing C++, it also took a while to like do a make file, and I just don't like waiting for that long to see my changes.
oh no, we're pretty stuttery. Your computer's dying. Should we just end it and we'll just... It's probably because you're building right now too.
Yeah, probably because I'm building, but I'm almost done building. We could just do dances instead. This is what we do while we wait. Do the penguin dance
The penguin dance.
that I started last time. I actually started my penguin dance when I was hiking in Nepal. Because it was fucking freezing and we needed to like keep ourselves warm by just juggling our feet on the ground on the spot. Okay, we're so close.
James also dances when building projects.
Woo!
James, that stripe, is this like what you do with Xcode too? Like, do you literally press the play button to build it, or like do you have more automated workflows? I'm really
It's not
curious
just
to see.
Stripe. Like Stripe doesn't have some like fancy
Well, but
workflows.
I'm just asking James because he works at Stripe on iOS stuff.
Yeah.
Ta-da!
Wait, is this working?
Yeah, well, that's just the snap point. You just have the arbitrary snap point, which happens to be in the middle.
Okay, it works both ways. Not bad.
I mean, I feel like we've Command B to build, Command R to run. Nice. So yeah, this thing. I mean, it's just.
Oh,
it's
are you gonna
simpler.
change the icon from that to like a finger?
I don't know yet.
You can vote on the chat. Do you like this thingy blowhorn, or would you rather a
The
finger
blowhorn?
or a finger as our poke icon? I feel like the finger makes sense for
the
poke.
Finger is that I don't like any of the finger emojis. And I don't know that I'm gonna have time to like actually design something proper, because I was like, originally I wanted to design my own finger, but I'm thinking that like, you know, my design skills aren't great, so designing a
Design
finger
your
that's
own
poking
finger?
is, well, like an icon that's
Yeah.
a finger poking.
Yeah.
that's gonna take me a long time, and it's like, is that the best thing to be doing in the final hour of this project? Okay, so what do we need to do now, right? We need to figure out how to.
Oh, so I just wanted to see where the console log were. We want to check out this new tool that we're using. It's called Flipper, and it has all of the logs. It just helps you debug for React Native apps and Expo apps. So what on Snap I console logged hello and the event, so it shows up here. What's also cool is that this tool, Flipper tool, has React Dev Tools where it has all of the components. I don't know how, like, this is super useful information. I don't know how you could have seen it in just using the Xcode or whatever, probably because I don't know how to use it. But yeah, anyways, we like this tool.
Very cool tool.
Yeah. Okay, so the on snap is working, so I guess I'll just create a function for handle on snap.
James likes the megaphone, so we're gonna go with the megaphone.
Because James likes a microphone.
Well, I'm just saying, like, the finger emojis, like the one that's poking, it's like, do we point up? Do we point down? Do we point left? Do we point right? There's too many options.
What kind of information do we have on the event? Do we have like I want to know what the reminder ID is. So here's a reminder item. So
that's what this allows you to do,
yeah,
right? Whatever function we call here, we can pass in whatever we want.
Yeah, so how can we pass in reminder? Oh, okay, well, I guess we have reminder here, so I can just destructure ID, yeah. And then I can pass that in. So I don't even need
Did you check? Yeah, so
the event. I don't think I need the event, right?
Well, maybe. Can we look at the event? I'm just curious.
On here?
Flipper?
In Flipper? Okay. Sure, Flipper. I wonder why they named it Flipper. I feel like all the products out there are gonna run out of like cute one-word simple names soon.
I'm just wondering if the event actually says what it's snapped to. Oh, there's a lot of stuff.
There's a lot of stuff in the event.
Because like basically we need to, because right now you were able to go both directions, which is not what we want. We need to make sure that we snapped to the delete direction, right? Which I'm sure it's in here somewhere.
Jake's like, I think you're bumping your mic. It sounds like there's thunder. So sorry for the bad voice qualities.
That's because Alice is always banging the desk. Rage!
It's my D&D character. I have a lot of rage. It's very similar to my real character. I'm a Dampier in our D&D game. A barbarian Dampier that has a lot of rage and claw attacks.
Okay, well, whatever. You just create a function and then
I mean, I don't need anything. Oh, wait, why would you want the snap?
Can you go back to the app? Like, because you can snap both directions, right? So,
yeah, but I don't want to snap both directions. We only want them to snap one way.
Right, but what I'm saying is that right now, you can go both directions. So in your event, like, this should not be a delete. But I guess it doesn't actually work. So it does only go that way. Because if you go the other direction...
Well, I think you can maybe prevent them from going left with the snap points. Oh, well, you...
That's what I was wondering, but I think the one snap point is just... Well, maybe... Yeah, what if we only have one snap point of -2? Anyway, whatever, it's fine. For now, like, just on snap, we'll just call the delete and it's fine.
Oh, because you got it... Oh, what?
Look at now, if you go this way, it goes like that.
Oh,
wow.
Oh, that's funny.
So you definitely do need that. Anyways, just you can implement the on snap thing. We can tighten it up later. It's fine.
Okay, so on Snap we'll call a function with a very fancy name of handle on Snap, and we will pass in the reminder. Oh, what happened to my ID? I thought I destructured it already.
Oh, I probably undid that. Sorry.
Yeah, we'll call our function with just handle on Snap with the reminder ID. So then we'll create the function.
Oh, we can create boundaries.
Const handle on Snap.
There's also this thing has like gravity. You can create gravity wells on this. I think this is like much simpler and also more interesting than the other
thing. Wait, did you say that?
Also, just so you know, the simulator apparently has like poor performance.
Is that what James said? Well, I should put my handle on Snap here inside the reminder item,
Probably,
right?
yeah,
Okay.
Because we're gonna pull that out into its own component later.
Yeah. So handle on Snap. Okay, and then I'll call use fetch. Wait, can you reuse your use fetch? Because you're using your use fetch here. Can I pull it on the top?
No. It's a hook, so it has to be inside a React component. Just use use fetch inside, because we're gonna pull reminder item into its own component, so you'll want it to do a use fetch as well.
Okay, so each use fetch, each use fetch has to be inside its own component.
Yeah.
So use fetch, and we'll do a try catch block, and we'll try to const response will fetch. So we have our poke URL, which is in our environment variable, and we do /reminders as a good REST endpoint, and then we'll interpolate the ID, and then our method will be delete.
Oh, you know what's actually hilarious?
What?
I'm not sure.
Wait.
Oh yeah, never mind. It's fine.
Wait.
It's
No,
an
it's an object, right? Yeah. Wait. Do I do method and then delete?
Yeah. You saw there, it popped up for a sec.
And then like that.
Yeah.
Delete. And then content type. Oh, I spent like an hour reading these. What?
We're not giving it any content, so this is.
Oh, right. There's no content. I spent an hour reading these Microsoft docs on how to like proper API and REST endpoints and stuff, which was like super interesting because I wanted to understand. What did I want to understand? Yeah, like how do you. Like, I wanted to understand what the difference between REST API and HTTP API and like webhook APIs. But basically, from what I understood, yeah, like REST is a concept, and the HTTP is a protocol and implementation. So it has specific rules or guidelines that you want to try to follow.
Well, with HTTP, I don't think there's like rules or guidelines that you want to try to follow. With the protocol, there's like, this is how you implement a protocol, this is how it works. Yeah. Whereas REST is just basically sort of this opinionated way of designing HTTP APIs.
Yeah.
Or, well, actually, you said that you can use non-HTTP REST, right? Or something? I've never seen an example of that, but but I'm sure it's a thing. Yeah. So, but it's mostly used on HTTP APIs. Because the thing that's cool about it, like, because HTTP has these methods, right? Like get, post, put, patch, delete, and so REST uses those concepts in its ideas, I suppose.
Yeah.
I still don't like that we're using error alert, but
Well, we can do something else later. Try again.
and also you just have try again. Like, it's terrible.
Okay. Wait, is this all we need? Oh, and then we actually need to take it out of the thing.
Right.
We have to actually take it out of the list.
So like, yeah.
Should I console log and see if that works? Oh, but
Sure.
I know. I actually created a reminder store this morning, so maybe that's how we delete it as well.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah, that's how we can delete it from the list. So reminder store. So we're using this library called how do you say the name
Zustand?
of it? Zustand?
I don't know.
They have really cute little animals.
Oh yeah. What is the Zustand?
Really,
It's a bear.
It's a bear, and all their examples are bears.
Because the library is Bear Necessities for State Management in
that's
React.
so cute.
Right?
It's so cute. I wonder who's the designer that designed this cute little
Yeah, it's
bear.
adorable.
Yeah, so it's a cool state management tool without a lot of boilerplate, and you can use it without wrapping everything in a provider. You can just literally import and use it. So I created update, add reminder, remove reminder, so that on every for example, on every render, we're not like having to update all of the reminders if it hasn't changed. This way it retains the state of all the reminders. So I can do the use store for remove reminders, and this will remove that reminder, and then that should cause a re-render on the reminder screen and have the list of updated reminders, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe that's all we need to do.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Something easy, hopefully.
I also just wanted to read out this thing. James pointed out a really good point about HTTP and REST and how they're at different points of the stack. Because when you're developing an application, you're implementing like this REST API, right? But HTTP is a tool that's like that you're sort of building on top of, and someone building like a standard lib would implement HTTP, not you. Like you're implementing the REST API, but not HTTP. For example, in the browser or whatever, you have like fetch.
Yeah.
And fetch is a piece of software that's like implementing the HTTP communication, so you don't have to necessarily worry about that. Or if like in Node, if we were using like Express or something, like we are implementing the REST API, we're defining the endpoints and what we're listening to for certain methods and stuff, but we don't actually implement the HTTP interactions.
I thought like REST you just don't implement at all. Is this like a concept or?
Well,
like,
what do you mean? Then how would you have API endpoints?
Well, I thought like the HTTP was a protocol, was actual implementation of it. That there can be lots of implementations that are REST, but not all the implementations are like lots of different implementations that can be REST. Only one of them, which is HTTP, whereas all of HTTP is REST. You know, that sort of relationship.
All HTTP is not REST. I don't know what.
Oh, really?
No. So that's what James is saying, right? Like Node, for example, if we're using Node as our API server, like Node in the Node standard library, there's tools for interacting with HTTP. We don't write interactions with the HTTP protocol. We just consume software in the standard library that already does that for us.
Yeah.
And what we do is we're implementing the REST or non-REST API endpoints if we're bad or something. And
what does implementing HTTP protocols look like?
I don't know. Good question. We could. I think there's a. Here, let me see if there's like a.
I could talk about that all day long. I think it's super fascinating. Remove reminder.
I did something like this where I used sockets to. I built like an API that uses like sockets instead of actually using like the standard library to do HTTP. Let me see if I can find it. It's scary stuff to implement HTTP. It's built on top of TLS. Yeah, I got my brain is too small for that. But it's also probably one of those things that you don't want to like implement yourself. Ooh, new follower, Jake with many E's.
Oh, Jake! That's my brother, for all you
Welcome
guys.
to the show.
Oh, it's because I spelled that wrong.
What'd you spell wrong?
Nothing.
Oh.
Reminder. Where is it? Remove reminder. Still wrong.
What's it complaining about?
Does not exist on type reminder.
Oh, because you're not returning an object here and you're trying to destructure.
Oh. Oh, oopsies. Okay, cool.
Yeah, but also, now, what's this complaining about?
No, it's because I need to pass in.
Oh yeah, so it's.
Oh, okay. So this I'm expecting to
Just the
pass
ID,
in. Okay. Because I'm actually. Okay, I need to change my reminder store. That this is this ID that I'm passing in.
Unless, well, you could give the phone reminder, but you might as well just do ID, right?
Yeah.
But then you have to update the.
Yeah.
method too, yeah. Is it a string or is it a number?
I think we're using UUID, no?
I don't believe so. Or maybe. Let me check. I can't remember. Oh yeah, never mind. You're right. I am wrong. UUID
Happens
for the
all
win.
the time. So much love in this relationship. It's funny because people are like, "What? You're coding with your boyfriend?" Like, expecting, I don't know, whoever I tell the fact that like, yeah, we're doing projects together, and we're building products. They're like, "What? Like, wouldn't you guys like kill each other?"
Like if you can't do like projects together in a relationship, like what?
It's true. Yeah, because
like,
I've told Anthony that there's this. I have this like travel test that like I believe that a relationship can only last if you can like go like have a trip together, because you know on a trip you go through a lot of like unexpected difficulties and you really see someone's character through experiencing a new environment, new people, new culture together. And yeah, Anthony and I started traveling. I mean, we didn't really we haven't traveled together, but we've been on a few small trips, like to San Francisco, for example. And I don't know, I would say that we failed the travel test pretty miserably. Because we would fight, like, we wouldn't fight, but...
She tried to force me to eat In-N-Out burger,
Yeah.
and I refused, so...
And we had this whole scene outside of In-N-Out where I'm like, just go in and get a fucking burger so we can, you know, go on our way. And he just wouldn't get a In-N-Out burger, even though I know he really wanted one. Anyways, my point is, instead of a travel test, maybe there should be like a project test where like work together on a project. Okay, what was I doing? I forgot. Okay, we're fetching, we're deleting that, and then we're
Do you need to get that?
No, they can just leave it outside. Okay, so let's see if this works. Maybe we should console log some stuff
Just
to see
try
if it
just
works.
try it.
I'm scared. It never works on the first time.
Boom.
Wait, did it work?
Do you see it anymore?
Well, I don't know. It was too fast because it was all green.
Get rid of hamburger. Get rid of hamburger. It's hard to... You never miss when a hamburger disappears.
Oh, shit.
Boom.
Yes! I finally did something. No, I did a lot. We can look at the... Let's look at the GitHub Insights.
Alice is just obsessed with the GitHub graph these days.
Because I need to know that I'm contributing just as much as Anthony is. So let's go into the insights, which will tell us. So, well, look at that.
Says good job. Oh, look at that.
So I'm beating Anthony, but this is only 1 week. Now let's look at the whole month.
Vanity metrics though, it's number of commits. Now every time I change like one line of code, I'm just gonna start putting commits in there.
Is it commits or is it actually lines of code?
No, if you hover over it, it's commits.
Oh,
18 commits. But then go to contributors and we can see like the source code graphs.
Oh no. This actually tells you how many lines of code.
Well, it's set on commits.
Oh,
yeah. So
look
you've
at that.
added 20,000 lines. I added 2,000.
2,000.
But obviously you didn't write 20,000 lines of
No,
code.
I
Like you ran expo and knit and then.
Oh, this is all we need to know, everybody. That obviously there's one person pulling the weight.
Uh-huh. That's what we're here for.
Yeah. Okay, we're done. What else do we need to do? Let's launch the product.
Oh my god. So yeah, I guess tasks for you to actually like finish this is you need to make it so the snap is not in the middle. You need to make it so
Make
you
it
can-
red. We need.
Yeah, you definitely want some like red. Delete business there.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I can't like undelete. If I move it a little bit, it's gone.
Oh, there we go. Look at that. That's definitely not what we want. So yeah, you need to like actually make it functional. But
It is functional
good
now.
progress. Functional in a good way.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. I guess we could probably wrap up here because we normally stream for 2 hours, so we're basically hitting that mark. So,
So recap, what we did today was just literally get this delete reminders working. Yeah, we have the design of the app, the whole flow. Our goal before launch is Anthony needs to set up in-app purchases, which he's making pretty good progress now, right?
yeah, totally.
We'll do in-app purchases. We'll just tie up some of the loose ends with like the UI stuff of so some UI modifications. We need to add the icon for settings, right? Obviously clean up the delete notification here. And is there anything else? Settings.
Yeah, pretty much settings. I mean, I don't know. There's a few minor things.
Oh yeah, and there's some like there's some back end bugs
that one back-end bug
that we need to fix. So
and then just a couple of UX enhancements, and yeah, I don't know. I think like ultimately like for the first month we did a thing. We also need to create a landing page, but we can do that like I don't know. I realistically, we're probably not going to launch this on Product Hunt on Tuesday.
I was gonna say yeah. We also need to launch on Product Hunt.
Yeah, so we got to build the landing page out and stuff, and get the assets together for that. But it's not too big of a deal. But yeah.
No, it was fun. I feel like first month of doing this, it wasn't like we were grinding every single day. I felt like it was a pretty leisurely pace where we were coding a little bit every day. I really enjoyed it because usually like after work, yeah, I'm like watching TV or whatever. This really gives me something productive to do, and I feel like I'm trying new things and learning a lot through the process. And yeah, I just feel very accomplished and and very happy with everything that we've done so far, and just really excited for like new product ideas. We're already thinking about some potential things we want to build for our February product.
Oh yeah, we can actually talk about that because products. So we have some cool ideas planned, but basically we're going to work on Solid.js is this really cool thing. So every month we're like working on stuff that we haven't used before. So this month we used React Native. We had never used React Native before. And next month I've been wanting to try this thing called Solid.js, which is basically an alternative to like React and Vue and those types of things. But it says, I mean, they say that they're very performant. I believe it, but I haven't tried it yet. But you can see sort of the performance here related to React, Vue, Angular, Svelte. And it's apparently very, very performant. So there's this Solid hackathon next month. So if anyone
Join
here
us in the hackathon.
Yeah, there's you basically start hacking. Submissions start February. There's like awards, $5,000 for best app, which is pretty cool. Student projects and whatnot. So I think next month we're gonna use Solid.js and we're gonna participate in this hackathon. It just seems like a really cool idea to do with 12 products, you know. So that's what we're gonna do. So we need to build some sort of app that's using Solid. I have this like one of the ideas. The idea I'm most excited about is I want to build an app for asynchronous book clubs. So basically, you like manage your book club. You can like join different types of book clubs, and then like in the book club there will be like functionality like voting for the next book. And the cool thing about the async part is like every week you'll have like this assigned reading, you know. So you can imagine it's like chapters 1 and 2. And then what happens is everyone puts their notes in and their thoughts for that chapter. But then when the reading deadline comes up, everyone's notes get released all at once, so that there's no spoilers or anything. And then on that day, like the notes are all posted on there, and you get to see what everyone's thinking.
Or because it's async, like because I'm obviously a very slow reader, and I maybe take longer, and maybe a month for me, like I can't finish reading in a month when everyone else is meeting. So like there's a thing where it says, okay, there's a check mark that says, okay, I'm done, then it'll release.
Right, so once you're done, you can see
once I'm done,
stuff.
yeah, like then I can manually toggle or whatever, rather than a set deadline that it suddenly reveals.
Yeah, but then the thing about that is like, I mean, I guess that makes more sense. Yeah, but you still want reading deadlines, right? Because you want, otherwise you can't like follow up on the notes, right? Because like, if you're like 2 months ahead of me or something, and then I post my thing, you're so far ahead that you're not going to like come back and be able to have a discussion with me about the chapter that I just.
I mean, we still have to think about what the features are, but there could be components are like async and other components.
I just think it's like a
synchronous.
neat idea. But ultimately, like the reason I'm bringing this up is because we definitely are open to ideas too. So if anyone has like ideas that they'd like to build or would like us to build, you know. You can let us know. I'm on Twitter, or we're on Twitch every Sunday and Wednesday. And also, James, like I totally think that like the last month we'll revisit. The other cool thing is like we're both going to be writing about the experience too. So like we'll have some reflection on Poke and what we learned and what went well, what didn't go well. You know, sort of like retros and stuff. But yeah, I'm really excited to try different tools and
and reflect on them and share. Totally. Yeah, this has been so awesome. Thanks for coming along on this journey. More to come. I think we'll get better as we move along. It'll take us less than 2 hours to build a tiny little feature. But it's fun debugging with y'all. Thanks for coming, and see you on Wednesday if you want to co-work, and next Sunday if you want to watch us start our new project.
Yeah, first stream, new project. So thanks for coming, everyone, and thanks for all the new followers.
See you next time.
Bye. Dang it. See ya.